everybody, welcome back to my channel Learn with Virali. I'm Virali, your guide on this coding adventure. In episode 15 of Introduction to CSS Beginner Series, we'll be understanding how to style lists in CSS. So let's get started. In HTML, there are two main types of lists, ordered lists and unordered lists. Unordered lists has the list items which are marked with bullets, circles, squares, or any other shapes identified as a kind of a list which does not require a particular format, whereas unordered lists contains the list items which are going to be marked with numbers or letters, typically in a particular format. The CSS list properties allows you to set these different item markers for ordered lists and unordered lists. Also, you can set an image as the list item marker by adding background colors to those items and the lists. Now let us take a practical example using our VS Code editor for editing our HTML lists with CSS. Alright, so I have the blueprint of the HTML document ready. So let us directly jump in onto the body tag for creating the lists by first giving a title. So I'm going to be giving the title here as example of unordered lists, and then let us have another p tag which is going to be the example of the ordered lists. Alright, now we are going to now create an unordered list with a class. So whereas I'm going to specify this as UL, the similar way wherein we used to create similar kind of lists when we had learned HTML back in our HTML series. So I'm just going to use the same set of code here to have UL, and then we'll have relevant li elements here, which is going to be the list item. I'm just going to specify a class here as A, and I'm gonna now give this a control C and a control V, having to give this as class B, and gonna copy the same type of a list with, now this is gonna be an ordered list, and here we are gonna give a different class so that we can style this together later on. And now let us copy this and paste it again as the list with class D. As you can see on the right hand side, we have the preview output ready to be seen as example of unordered list having to deal with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, pretty much the same, as well as the example of ordered lists with 1, 2, 3 given as the numbers. So now let us change the style type for each of these style elements back with our CSS. But before you go there, let us first include the link tag here. So we're gonna give this as link. Relation is gonna be the style sheet, and here it is gonna be CSS lists.css, which is our CSS file. Going back to our CSS file, now we are trying to style this as a class styling. That's where I'll be using ul.a, which is going to be referring to our first list inside the example of unordered list. And here I'm interested to make this look as a circle ordered list. So that's where list style type is a CSS property that you can use in order to specify what is the style that you are trying to show for that particular list. Here, since I'm using this as a circle, as you can see on the output screen, this list has now been changed to a circle. Similarly, we can do this for the second list, wherein we can show this list style type as a square. If we show this as a square, as soon as I type this as a square, it changes to the square icon. Now let us move on to the ordered list with the class as C, and here we can say list style type as upper Roman, which is gonna be shown in the Roman numbers. And now we can have ol.class D with a different list style type as, let's say, lower alpha in our case. So now our list styles have been changed for ordered lists, which is going to be with lower alpha as lowercase abcd, or with an upper Roman, which is going to be displayed using the Roman numbers. And our unordered lists are going to be now styled as one with the circle and one with the square here. If this video was insightful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as it helps me to create more such insightful videos. Until then, happy coding.